Today is Tuesday, the 11th of February 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has announced that candidates below the age of 16 may be considered for admission into tertiary institutions if they score 320 or higher in the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbotokun, has warned police officers in the country against carrying assault rifles while dressed in civilian attire or mufti. The federal government has raised the fees for purchasing and processing of application forms for new private universities from 6 million to 30 million naira. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has said that hell will be let loose if Hamas does not release all remaining Israeli hostages from Gaza by midday on Saturday. Now the details of the news. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has announced that candidates below the age of 16 may be considered for admission into tertiary institutions if they achieve an outstanding score of 80% or higher in the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). Given that the UTME is graded out of 400 marks, this translates to a minimum score of 320 for eligibility. The decision follows the recent reversal of the mandatory 18-year admission age policy introduced by the former Minister of Education Tahir Mamman. The current Minister of Education Olatunji Alausa has reinstated the previous age requirement of 16, a move that has been widely welcomed by education stakeholders. JAMB Registrar Professor Ishaq Oloyede confirmed this development during a recent meeting with key education stakeholders. He emphasized that while the 16-year benchmark remains the standard, candidates under the age limit may be considered under strict conditions if they demonstrate exceptional academic ability. Oloyede further explained that exceptional students must demonstrate strong academic performance across multiple assessments, including the UTME, West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASSCE, Post-UTME, and General Certificate in Education, GCE O-Level. Mr. Ikoye Orutugu has taken over from Nnahe Obono Etam as the 35th Commissioner of Police in Anambra State. Addressing newsmen, Mr. Orutugu said he is on a mission to fully reclaim the public space across Anambra State, as well as maintain law and order. The Commissioner of Police, who spoke at Nnewi on a visit to the family of 3 siblings who were murdered and dumped in a refrigerator, noted that he came to console the family and relatives of the victims and to stress the commitment of the State Police Command over the crime. He assured that the circumstances surrounding the incident will be unraveled, while ensuring that the suspects are arrested and justice served. CP Orutugu said he has been briefed on how the Anambra have risen and joined voices in condemning any act that threatens national peace and have resolved to work together and discuss the issues. Police operatives in Imo State have arrested a suspected child trafficker, Onyinyechi Emeka, 40, during a stop and search operation in the Okigwe area of the state. The Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Henry Okoye, disclosed this in a statement yesterday. He said officers also rescued a 5-year-old boy during the operation. Okoye said Onyinyechi Emeka from Isiala Ngwa South Local Government Area of Abia State was arrested on February 7 while traveling to Ebonyi State with the child. Investigations revealed that the boy had been stolen from his mother's shop at number 22 Chimeze Street, Obohia in Abia State. Okoye said the suspect initially claimed the boy was her sister's son, but inconsistencies in her statement raised suspicion. He also said investigations revealed that the suspect had received 30,000 naira from a syndicate to deliver the child to a buyer in Ebonyi State. adding that the suspect will face prosecution upon conclusion of investigations. The police spokesman urged parents and guardians to remain vigilant and ensure that their children's safety. He also advised the public to be security conscious, observe their surroundings, and report any suspicious activity to the nearest police station. Personnel of the National Agency for Food, Drug and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, have raided the popular Ekumi Plaza in Ariaria International Market, Aba, in Abia State, uncovering contraband, fake and unregistered medicines worth millions of naira. Speaking to newsmen, NAFDAC Deputy Director in charge of investigations and enforcement, Omoyeni Babatunde, said the exercise was coordinated by Mr. Martin Iluimade, following credible intelligence on the activities of the medicine dealers. Babatunde described the discovery as mind-boggling and stated that the scope of their assignment was to search for all unregistered NAFDAC products in the market. He said some seized products were banned during the late Dora Akunyele's regime as NAFDAC DG. He also noted that the team plans to raid over 1,000 shops in the market, with the operation expected to continue throughout the week. Although no arrests were made since the shop owners were not present during the raid, over 20 shops were sealed. Some shop owners, speaking anonymously, acknowledged that some members were involved in the sale of unregistered medicines and regretted that the actions of a few would affect the entire market. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Botokun, has warned police officers in the country against carrying assault rifles while dressed in civilian attire or mufti. According to a statement by Force spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi, IGP Ebotokun said he has received various complaints regarding rights violations through the Force's complaints channels. He warned that any conduct violating human rights wouldn't be tolerated and will be met with severe consequences. The statement said the IGP also warned all tactical squads against the misuse of power and improper dressing, emphasizing the importance of operating in approved uniforms. The IGP further warned against the indiscriminate transfer of cases without the written approval of the IGP, adding that such exposes the parties to unnecessary burdens and delayed justice in their case. The federal government has raised the fees for purchasing and processing of application forms for new private universities from 6 million to 30 million naira. The amount, according to the National Universities Commission (NUC), include 5 million naira for application form and 25 million naira as processing fee. The NUC, in a statement yesterday, equally announced the imposition of a one-year moratorium on establishment of new private universities in the country. To this effect, the Commission said it has suspended all inactive applications, including those of private open universities, for a period of 1 year. The statement signed by NUC Executive Secretary Professor Abdullahi Ribadu explained that the one-year moratorium affects applicants that have not made progress on their applications or made submissions to the Commission for upwards of 2 years. According to him, the fee for purchase of application forms for the establishment of a private university is reviewed from 1 million naira to 5 million naira, while the processing fee for the application is reviewed from 5 million naira to 25 million naira. The lawmaker representing Igweben constituency in the Edo State House of Assembly, Igu Ebo Eugene, has refuted claims that operatives of the State Police Command and other civilian security agencies were responsible for the rescue of the Onogie of Udo Egware Kingdom in the Igweben local government area of Edo State, Friday, Ehijozia, from kidnappers. Recall that the traditional ruler and 5 others were abducted by some gunmen on Sunday, February 3, 2025. Days after the State Police Command claimed that its operatives rescued the monarch unhurt while thanking vigilantes, hunters, and other well-meaning residents of the state for the support. Speaking on the floor of the Edo State House of Assembly yesterday, Eugene said The monarch was not rescued by the police or the State Security Corps, as claimed. The lawmaker stated that the community paid ransom for the release of their monarch, adding that it is wrong for the police or anybody else to claim the glory of rescuing the monarch from his abductors. He said that the community contributed the money for the ransom payment. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has blacklisted 6 CBT officials for allegedly engaging in blank registration in the ongoing Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) registration. JAMB Registrar Ishak Oloide disclosed this yesterday while speaking with journalists after monitoring some CBT centers in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Oloide said 6 CBT individuals engaged by JAMB from various institutions in the country have been blacklisted for life from participating in JAMB-conducted examinations. He said the people were caught in alleged examination malpractice, adding that JAMB has their particulars and will be monitoring them wherever they go, even if they become professors and are to be appointed as vice-chancellors. The JAMB registrar said one senior university official is being prosecuted for admission-related crimes, adding that 4 others are under investigation and have been placed on the watch list by JAMB. Now this foreign news. US President Donald Trump has said that hell will be let loose if Hamas does not release all remaining Israeli hostages from Gaza by midday on Saturday. Ahead of a meeting with Jordan's King Abdullah later, Trump suggested he may withhold aid to Jordan and Egypt if they don't cooperate with his plan to take control of Gaza and resettle the population in the 2 countries. On Monday, Hamas said it would delay the release of Israeli hostages until further notice, accusing Israel of breaching the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Israel called the move a complete violation of the ceasefire deal, which began last month, and said its military was preparing at the highest level of alert for any possible scenario in Gaza. To end the Sapientia news at noon, a recap of the major headlines. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has announced that candidates below the age of 16 may be considered for admission into tertiary institutions if they score 320 or above in the UTME examination. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Botokun, has warned police officers in the country against carrying assault rifles while dressed in civilian attire or mufti. The federal government has raised the fees for purchasing and processing of application forms for new private universities in the country from 6 million naira to 30 million naira. And finally, from our foreign desk, US President Donald Trump has said that hell will be let loose if Hamas does not release all remaining Israeli hostages from Gaza by midday on Saturday. That was the Sapientia news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.